Hello, it's Tuesday. Let us talk about business. This is an important one today. I want us to talk about something very, very important. Business is not business of money, it is the business of your life. Let me start with a story to introduce to you an important sharing I have this evening for you. Very, very important. When I was small, when we were growing up, I had a very good friend of mine. Very good friend of mine. He had problems with his legs. His legs were disfigured as a result of injection when he was smaller. He was injected and the thing resulted in a kind of paralyzing his legs. And so he uses clutches. After some time, I lost contact with him for years. So many years, more than 15 years, we didn't see each other. Then one day, when I was in school, I entered into our common room. I saw a newspaper, Sun News, I think, and I saw a caption on the newspaper. The caption read something like, "Stop pitying us. We don't need your money. Stop pitying us." Then I saw an image of a young man with clutches. With that caption, I was like, who will be saying this kind of thing? We don't need your money. Stop pitying us. Somebody that is handicapped, sort of. And I got interested. I started reading. So the man was narrating how he was at bus stop with his clutches, and a woman passed and threw 10 naira notes at him. So the thing got to him. That was a bad experience he had, and he had to go and write that article telling people that what he needs or people in his situation need is not just pity of throwing 10 naira or dropping money on them, but to empower them. It was when I finished reading the article, I now went back to the picture because the story sounded so familiar to me. I now looked at the picture, the name, and behold, it was my friend. I was so I didn't know how to explain it. I was so excited. I was so happy. I know him, very intelligent guy, very, very intelligent. If he draws for you, a good artist. But everybody seeing him because he uses clutches will look down on him, will mock him somehow, feeling pity for him. Oh, the person is having handicap or something like that. But what touched me in his story is this is somebody who knows his value. He knew what he is worth, and he never allowed anybody to reduce his value. And he had to go to the extent of even publishing it in the newspaper to let other people know that it made my day that very day. Since that day, I started looking for him and I later had a contact with him. I didn't have his permission, I would have mentioned his name. He's married now, well, living well with kids. Yeah, he served the country. So when I get his permission, I can even invite him to give a kind of inspirational talk to people. You need to know your value. You need to know what you are worth. You need to be able to increase your value. That is what I call business day. Tuesday, I call it business day. It has to do with your value, how you can increase your value, how you can increase your worth, what you worth. And subsequent Tuesdays, I'll be telling you what you need to do. But first of all, you should know your value. There is something on my WhatsApp profile. It says, do not allow someone who doesn't know your value to tell you how much you are worth. Do not allow someone who doesn't know your value to tell you how much you are worth. You should know what you are worth. You should know your value. First thing you have to do is ask yourself, what is my value? If I'm a currency, what currency am I? If I'm a metal, what metal am I? Am I gold? Am I stainless? If I'm a commodity, how much will I sell? You are not a joke. Your life is a business. The first person that should give his life value and sense of worth is you. If you don't value your life, then how will people take it serious? So you must know your value. You must have a sense of worth. This is very, very important. It doesn't matter what people think about you. It doesn't matter the value people give you. That is part of this presentation. Don't allow people to determine your value, especially when we live in a society where most people want to reduce your value in order to increase their own. You shouldn't allow that to happen. You must protect your value. You must protect your worth. People sell themselves so cheap. There are some people who don't have any sense of value again. Sometimes you see what happens during election. Some people give them 300 naira, they will vote somebody they don't want to vote. Some people give them a bag of rice, they will go where don't want to go. Yet there are some people also who have to collect millions of naira before they will do the same thing you are doing. They are human beings like you, but because you have sold yourself so cheap, because you have lost your sense of value, people can now do with you whatever they want to do. This world is full of people who can make mockery of anything. No matter how serious things are, they can make mockery of it. They can make anything look like a joke. And if you accept that, they will not put you there forever. You must know your value. You must ask yourself, who gave me this value? Is this my real value? This is what I want to be valued at. How can I increase this value so that I don't become so cheap in life? You are not meant to be like that. You can change your value. You can even recover your lost value. Maybe something has happened and made you lose your value, your sense of worth. I remember when we were in school, as school children, there are some people when they stand up to ask questions, everybody will start laughing at them. Maybe because of the way they speak. We know that some people are not good in speaking, but they may be good in writing. But as children, we don't care. That kind of bullying, somebody stands up to ask questions, everybody will start laughing. You might have experienced that people might have mocked you, insulted you, looked down on you. And this sometimes happens every day. It doesn't matter who is that. I have a woman who told me how a minister spoke to her. If you hear what the minister told the woman, you begin to wonder. And the woman said that what touched her was that this was a minister who was supposed to give her a sense of worth, but he destroyed her image of herself. Some people have passed through this kind of thing. People have spoken to them, could be their parents, could even be your teacher. It doesn't matter who it is. Why I'm making this video is to let you know you need to recover your value. You need to put yourself in a valuable place. Your worth. Nobody is going to give it to you. You are living in a society where people are working hard to reduce the value of others in order to increase their own value. On Fridays, I'll talk about bullying. I have made a video about bullying. How the society is full of bullies, people who want to bully you, who want to reduce your sense of worth so that they can exploit you more and more. You shouldn't allow that to happen. Know your value. Tell yourself, if I'm a bird, I'm an eagle. Give yourself that self-worth. If you don't do it, tell me who is going to do it for you. You don't bring a commodity in the market and expect people to come and advertise your own and leave their own. It is you that should advertise your own. There's what people call branding. There's kind of branding people do, branding of outside. You dress outside to look like. The real branding is to brand yourself, to know your real value. That is where the branding starts. Give yourself value. I'm going to teach you subsequent Tuesdays different things you need to do to put value to your life. But I give you example. For example, how you use your time, value of time. We discover something about our society. Whenever it is coming to the end of the year, there are so many crimes. People begin to kill, begin to commit all sorts of crimes. What is the reason? Because people don't have sense of time. They don't value their time. When it is January, they believe there is time. February, oh, there is still time. March, there is still time. Then suddenly it is December, November. Oh, the year is finished. Everybody becomes desperate because we don't have sense of time. We don't value time. We don't know the value of time. It happens also in school. You see the same thing in schools. You see schools during the exam time. You see a kind of seriousness that was not existing on the campus before. What is the reason? Because when the semester started, people were not serious. Those who are serious at the beginning, during the exam time, they are not even so much extraordinary serious. The people who brings that atmosphere of seriousness during exams are those who were joking with their times, making noise, playing about. Now exam is coming, you see a kind of borrowed seriousness. But it's not supposed to be like that. When we talk about how to add value to your life by valuing your time. We'll go into details about that. What I want to talk about today is just for you to know your value, discover your value. If you have lost your sense of value, you can recover it. Good thing is just like currency, your value can appreciate, your worth can appreciate. You can increase your sense of worth. And when you increase it and people see your value, they pay you differently. There is a story also going on viral on WhatsApp about a man, a young boy that asked the father, "How much am I worth?" The father gave him a stone and said, "Go to certain place. If somebody asks you the price, raise your two hands." The guy went. The first woman he saw asked, he told the woman, "I want to sell this stone." The woman asked him, "How much?" The woman said, $2. He went back and said, "The father." The woman priced it $2. The father said, "Okay, don't worry. Go to another place, so place. Do the same thing." He went and saw a man. The man said, "Are you selling this stone?" He said, "Yes." "How much?" He put his hand. The man said, $200. He went home and told the father. What was excited? So somebody is pricing this stone $200. The father told him to go to so place, very far away, and showed the man there the stone. He went there and reached there and saw a man giving the stone and said, "I want to sell this stone." The man was full of excitement. Say, "This is a very precious stone. How much is it? I'm ready to buy." The boy raised the hand like this. The man said, 200,000. I will pay $200,000 for it. The same stone, but different people have different values for it. Know the value, know your worth. Don't allow people to determine your value. Don't allow people who don't even know what you are worth to determine it. It doesn't matter who they are. You have to give yourself a high value. Nobody is born into this world with any value. It is the way we live and what we do that bring value into our lives. There are some people who brand themselves, put themselves very well, they look very well, very nice outside. But you talk with them a day or 2 days, you discover that there's nothing inside them. That is why some people will complain, say, "I have friends, after 1 month, they will go. People will like me, they see me, they like me. After some days with me, they will hate me." Yes, because maybe you have higher value in appearance, but when people come inside to meet you, they don't see anything inside. You are like the fig tree that Jesus saw and thought there is something on top of it. So you can have that kind of fake appearance when there is no value inside. So what you need to do is to look into yourself and ask yourself, what do I do to increase my internal value? That is most important thing. If you discover those people that were with you in primary school, secondary school, some of them used to laugh there in the school when they want to ask questions. Now, some of them are more successful in life. Those of them who never allowed those kind of things to bring them down. Go to check your classmates in secondary school, primary school. Some of them who were coming first in class then, now they are not first in maybe in terms of success. Some people who were coming last in class then are now more successful. If you hold on to your self-worth, your value, you can increase your value. It's not on how you look, it's not on where you come from, it's not on your name. It is in what is inside you. There is this thing that people say, have they seen those who are standing up, let alone those who are sitting down? Anybody who is sitting down can stand up, and somebody who is standing up can sit down. Don't allow such statements to determine your sense of worth. Don't allow people to put you in any position they like, because if you want them to put you in a position, they put you wherever they want. There are more people there who are ready to reduce your value than there are those who want to increase your value. Experience must have told you this. There are more people who are ready to reduce your value, even those who don't have value themselves. Of course, most times the people who are more interested even in reducing your value are those who have no value. That is why you should check those you relate with. It's part of the things I will talk about increasing your value. If you surround yourself with people who have no sense of worth, they are going to reduce your value because they don't have value too. And so they don't want you to change their language of group. So if you associate yourself with people who have no sense of worth, who can do anything, who can take anything, who can be easily bought up by anything, they will also reduce your value. The people seeing you moving with them will now know this is what you value. So this is very, very important. That is what I call business day. The first important business of your life is your life. You must know your value, you must know your worth, you must work very hard to improve your value, to improve your worth, because it determines a lot of things. It determines how people relate with you, it determines where people place you. And that is why, even during when people want to bribe somebody, you see what happens on the road. You see somebody give the person a bribe of 20 naira. You see another person bring out 100 naira because you believe that this person has more worth than the other person. So your value is very, very important. It is your price tag. It is how people relate to you. It is how people price you. But if you don't have a high value, then anything people price you, you take. It's not supposed to be like that. And you say this is how it is. It is not true. Your value can appreciate, your worth can appreciate. So within these Tuesdays, I'll be talking about the business of improving your value, of improving your self-worth. If you follow me closely on it and work on it, you will really see the change. You will see that people will begin to respect you, people will begin to value you more than they used to do before. So this video is made to make you believe in yourself. It's not just talk, it's not just a joke. You are a serious person. You are a person of worth, but you must discover your worth and must give yourself that worth. If not, it doesn't come by accident. God bless you.